Hey, good morning, family. Boy, it's so great to be here with you this morning. I just want to get up and get inspired this morning and be encouraged because I know that today holds a lot of wonderful things for me, and it does for you too. Man, I woke up this morning just thinking and reflecting. I said to myself, I'm going to go out and take a long walk this morning, may even do a little bit of running if I can. Can't run nearly as far as I used to, but you know what? That's why I like to get out early, because nobody remembers me, what I used to do, and they don't know how far I can go. When they see me, I just be sweating and puffing like I've been 12 miles. I don't run 50 feet, but that's all right. But I was talking to a friend of mine this morning, and I was asking her if she wanted to get out and go and work out a little bit this morning. And as we talked about some of the things she had planned for the day, her and her husband, and things that I had to do, we began to talk about just some of the trials that we faced over the past few months. And man, as I sat and listened to her talk and reflect on the things that she's learned through some of the stuff she's been through, which is exactly where I'm going through right now, man, it began to resonate with me. And as she spoke, she said these words to me. She said, BJ, just embrace the process. If I have any advice for you while you're going through, it's to embrace the process. Man, I sat there for a second just listening and letting those words soak into my spirit, because I know after all the reading I've done and thinking and talking I've done, you have to embrace where you are right now. If I read the story of Joseph, I read the story of Job, I read about Abraham, I've been reading about all the patriarchs, the apostles, the disciples, and the words of Jesus himself, who tells us not to worry. Which of you, by worrying about things, can add a single day to your life? For reading all of that, the words that she said, embrace the process, meant total sense to me. Embrace it. What you are learning right now, what you're going through right now, there is a purpose for it. It did not happen by happenstance. It was not by bad luck or karma. What you're going through as a child of God was meant exactly for you at this exact moment right now. And guess what? It does not feel good. God knows that. Man, did you know there are processes in your life that was meant to not feel good? The only way you gonna learn anything is if it does not feel good. Tell me, when was the last time you learned anything because it felt good to you? It's not how our minds work. It's not how we operate. Every lesson we learn, we've learned it the hard way. If you're anything like me, the whoopings we got when we were kids, remember those? Your dad and mama didn't whoop you saying, I hope this feels good so you can learn a lesson. No, they put pressure on you. They left whips on your body, whooped you down, and you didn't know why, understand why anybody could whoop you like that and say they love you. But boy, I tell you what, after the whooping was over, the first thing you said to yourself was, I ain't never doing that again. Nothing else you learn. Lord, I don't need to do that no more because I don't want to go through this. Embrace the process, she says to me. I didn't exactly want to hear that, but it was what I needed to hear. Embrace the process. Stop fighting the process and embrace it. Man, in our minds, we've already got it figured out, don't we? We already know what things should be. We already know the steps that should be taken, don't we? Now, we tried those same steps that got us into where we are right now, but since it's been drilled in our minds as to that's how things are supposed to happen, we've already planned it out for God, hadn't we? We've already said, man, Lord, if you just let this happen, then this will happen, then that'll happen. We planned it out for God, didn't we? But man, let me tell you something. It doesn't always happen that way. And when it does happen that way, it usually doesn't happen the way that it should, because it's happened the way we want it to happen. Just embrace the process of your trials. That's what Job had to do. That's what Joseph did for 13 years. Man, Lord, I don't want to go through this for 13 years. I don't want to go through this for 13 days. But embrace the process. You see, once you decide to accept where God has placed you, and to wait for that moving day when God says to pack up all you got, all the stuff you've accumulated over these past several weeks, months, or God forbid years. Pack up, it's time to move. You don't even think about how long you've been there. You just thank God that now I'm going to where I'm supposed to be. You know, it's hard to move when you got nothing to move. The Israelites worked 400 years as slaves in Egypt. They went there empty-handed. But when they left, even those who had enslaved them gave them stuff to walk away with. Did you know that during the process, God is giving you some stuff? He's going to bless you with some wisdom that you would not have received any other way. I tell you, it's tough for me to even say, because I don't want to go through processes. But I've thought about things I do when I work out, man. I work out all the time. And I understand the process of working out. I know my muscles are going to be sore. I know I run the risk of injury. I know that I'm going to sweat and I'm going to be in a lot of discomfort. I get it, man. I even embrace that. But why is it that we have a tough time embracing the process of life sometimes? We have a tough time embracing the stuff that we got to go through to get to where we need to be in life. We'll do it for working out. We'll diet. We'll go work out in the sun, lift weights, run, do all of that to lose a few pounds. But we won't go through any discomfort in our life, in our finances, in our marriages, or anything to get to where we need to be in life. What really matters. I don't know what process you're facing this morning, this Saturday morning, and I don't know what you're having to go through. I don't know. I can tell you, if you're like me, you're having to deal with something. But whatever it is, as these beautiful 3 words came from this young lady's mouth that kind of encouraged me this morning, I hope they do the same for you. Embrace the process. Don't rush it. Embrace the suffering you're having to go through. You feeling lonely this morning? Embrace that. Talk to God about it. Figure out why you feel so lonely. Why do I feel lonely when I'm surrounded by people who care about me? Why do I feel so lonely because that one person left me who really wasn't that good for me in the first place? Why am I so lonely, God? It has nothing to do with the person. That's something on the inside of you. Why am I so distraught, God? Because I'm going through this situation, man. Why am I so focused on it and not on you? I'm asking myself some of the same questions this morning. Now, I'm not telling you that the feeling won't go away, but what I will say to you is that as you begin to embrace the process, when things happen in your life, it won't rock you so much. You won't be so disappointed because you'll know that God, beyond this, there has to be something better, and this is happening all for a reason. Embrace the process this morning and have a happy Saturday morning. God bless you.